Welcome back. As you can see, I'm not done with my storage containers. I still have 2 left, but we will tackle those some other time. Today I want to talk about that big question. Where do we start to declutter? Thank you for joining me today. Please like my page if you're on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And if you found this video helpful, or you think that it can really motivate somebody else to get going, please feel free to share it with your friends and your family. So the big question is, how do women like us, who are wearing so many different hats each day, and who don't cheat by looking like we have everything under control, take back our homes and life, free from the chains of clutter? How do we simplify, get started, get unstuck, let things go and create more time, so that we can truly focus on what is essential for a happy and healthy life with our loved ones? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Lizelle Tenton, and welcome to the Vanilla Essence Show. So where do we start to declutter? Well, over the years working with many clients, I've realized that the best place to start to declutter are the places that you can see. Now, this is spaces like the kitchen countertops, the surface of the dining room table, a chair that is covered in clutter, or stuff that you've just pushed into a corner in one of your rooms, or even the kids' toys that are lying all over the space. Because you see, we are motivated by what we see and what we surround ourselves with, what our environment looks like, has a huge impact on us. And it's only when we regularly walk into a room and see and feel, experience the difference that the decluttering has made, that we will be motivated to carry on and push through to tackle the rest of the clutter. So my advice is to start with areas that you can see first. It is not those hidden spaces that is going to motivate you, like the drawer that you can push shut or the doors that you can close off the wardrobe. No, it is those open spaces that you see regularly, that you surround yourself with every day. And you will even be so much more motivated when somebody walks in and give you a compliment of the change and the differences that you have made in a room. Now, after hearing all of this, you still feel utterly overwhelmed and paralyzed by fear, not knowing where or how to start. In my book Declutter, I have a section called Smart Start. Smart Start was put together to guide you step by step through the process of how and where to start to declutter if you're really struggling with feeling overwhelmed and are paralyzed by fear. Now, you can download my book Declutter for free, but only for a limited period of time. So make sure to do that, and I will leave you the link to my free book in the comment section below. I'm so motivated to get people to start to declutter or know where to declutter, because clutter robs us of so many things. And I believe if women were more aware of what it was robbing us of, or the impact of what it was robbing us of, they would have prioritized decluttering so much more in their lives. And I actually talk about that point in my book Declutter as well. And I'm going to quote from my book. There's 5 things that clutter robs us of. And the first thing is space. It robs us of space that we can use to play with our children, to be creative in or productive in. It also robs us of money. I mean, getting a storage unit and putting all our stuff in a storage unit that we don't need or that is actually in our way robs us of money that we could have spent somewhere else more wisely. And we might not even know it, but some of the stuff in our homes that we never use or don't need is actually stuff that we can sell and make some money off, that we can spend on something that we do need or that will actually really add some value to our lives. Clutter also robs us of time, and time is something that we can never get back. That time we waste by cleaning our homes and moving things around and constantly looking for stuff. That is time wasted that we can never get back again. Clutter can also have an impact on our relationships. We might feel embarrassed about what our home looks like, and that causes that we never invite any people over to our home. It can also create friction between you and your partner, your husband, and your children. And lastly, clutter can also have an impact on our health. It can cause a stress that has a very bad impact on our health. And then also being surrounded by a lot of stuff means that we gather up so much more dust that can also have an impact on our health. As I have mentioned, the way our environment looks like, what we surround ourselves with, does have a huge impact on us, on the way we feel, our mood, our productivity, our creativity. If we are surrounded by too much stuff and so much clutter, we can't think, we can't hear our inner voice. And when we get to that point where we can't think or hear ourselves anymore, life becomes dull. And that is not something that I wish for anyone. It is so important to create an environment, to make our homes be a place where we can flourish, where we can be creative, where we can enjoy the things that are truly important to us. And as I've mentioned before, we do that by making the choice, by deciding what is truly important to us. Because by knowing what is truly important to us, it will be so much easier for us to let go of the things that are not important. Now remember, we are motivated by what we see. Therefore, it is a brilliant idea to start to declutter with the places that you can see. Because every time you're going to walk into that room and you see your clear and clean and tidy surface of the dining room table, it is going to make you feel good. You're going to be reminded of what it is doing to you, and that will motivate you to tackle the kitchen counter, and then the chair that is covered in clutter, and then the pile of stuff that is lying in the corner. So let me know with which space you are going to start. I would love to know. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like my page on Facebook, and to follow me on Instagram, and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, remember to hit the like button if this video was meaningful to you, or if you've learned something new today. And if you know somebody that is really struggling to get going to declutter, and that is paralyzed by fear when they stare at everything around them, please share this video with them to motivate them and to help them to get going. Tomorrow we will talk about how do you feel about hand-me-downs, and I will also share why I actually think it's a good idea.